Jessi Smiles just spoke out against Gabbie Hanna, and it's not looking too good for Gabbie. It's a mess, so let's get into it. So, as I think we all know, Gabbie's been releasing this huge series about everyone who's ever done her wrong. This includes Rice Gum, Joey and Daniel, T-Channel's Angelica Oles, Trisha Paytas, and Jessi Smiles. Gabbie's been getting a lot of backlash for her series, and it's caused a lot of drama online. Old drama is being dug up, and people are making response videos. It's literally so messy. The entire time Gabbie was dropping videos in her series, all people were saying to her and trending on Twitter was #apologize to Jessi Smiles. No one cares about all of Gabbie's petty drama that she's been rehashing with every creator online. People care about her finally owning up and taking some accountability for allegedly hanging out with, speaking with, and tweeting Jessi's. A few weeks ago, in an interview with BuzzFeed, Gabbie brought up Jessi again, saying, "Who didn't I apologize to? I gave Jessi Smiles an apology, I gave Beyonce an apology. It feels like I'm always dishing out apologies and I've never once received one. And that to me feels a little chaotic." The thing is, Gabbie never gave Jessi a true apology. According to Jessi, whenever Gabbie did apologize to her, it was always followed up with a but. And as Dr. Phil says, a but after apology isn't a true apology. Since Jessi's trauma was brought up once again, Jessi decided to release a portion of the phone call that she had with Gabbie last summer. Jessi tweeted, "Gabbie and I had a phone call last summer. I never planned to release it. In fact, there's nothing I want more than to never talk or think about Gabbie ever again. But her continued lying about my trauma has officially broken me, and I don't know what else to do."
He FaceTimed me right after our first fight because I genuinely do not know how people knew about it.
And why'd you pick up to him?
I didn't have the number saved. That's the first situation, was a FaceTime call. The second situation was when we were at an event and he tried to take a selfie with me and I was like, no, that's not happening. And then the event that I'm assuming you have to be talking about is when I was at 1600 Vine and then he came there. I think I was at Lele's, and then he showed up, and I was like, oh, no. He tried to talk to me and pull me aside there.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a completely different situation.
Even though Gabbie admitted with him, Gabbie somehow still wanted a public apology from Jessi and wanted her to sign an NDA.
I want a public statement and apology saying I should have never done this. It was inappropriate to share private conversations publicly. That is the way that I will stop talking about this and literally drop it. I want something that says I'm sorry that I hurt this person. I should not have done this. I shouldn't have shared private messages. And straight up, like, my lawyers will not let me drop this without an NDA.
After Jessi dropped these phone calls, people were expecting Gabbie to finally apologize to Jessi in her series and maybe realize what she did was wrong and hurtful, and the continuous live streams, podcasts, videos, messaging drama channels, fans, etc. about Jessi's trauma was also wrong and hurtful. Keep in mind, Jessi is pregnant with her rainbow baby. It's also been like a year since Gabbie and Jessi last communicated. Seems a bit strange that Gabbie would choose to release a series like this only a month after Jessi announces that she's pregnant. Jessi has even publicly spoken out about how much stress she's been under, saying, "Barely eating or sleeping, anxiety sucks. My body just completely shuts down. I want to feel normal again." Yet only days after that tweet on July 1st, Gabbie released a video titled "About the 3-Hour Jessi Smiles Phone Call." This video is just all over the place. Gabbie says Jessi made her have this phone call when Gabbie wasn't in a good headspace, yet the messages that she threw up on the screen actually show otherwise. The actual conversation isn't pushy at all. It's just Jessi asking Gabbie if they could talk it out on the phone and offering to send her the screenshots that she was planning on showing in a video if she ever needed to make one. Gabbie accused Jessi of editing her phone call to show her crying just to get an emotional response from people. I guess Gabbie doesn't think that Jessi could possibly be crying because she literally just admitted to hearing Jessi's side of the story.
Don't tell me what am I talking about. Don't tell me that, because I just had a panic attack hearing you say that you heard him out.
He said, do you mind if I tell you the story of that night? And I said, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Like, I've heard her side. You can tell me yours. So he told me the exact same story. Like, literally.
I didn't even know that he told you the story of. I never knew that.
Yeah, so he told me the story, and then I told him...
Why would you listen to him? Why would you listen to him? Like, really?
Because
why would you, even...
I was getting ready to defend you.
Gabbie says she heard his side out because he's a human being and this is the court of public opinion. Yeah. The response has been really, really bad for Gabbie. It has over 17,000 comments, and they're literally all calling Gabbie out on her behavior. Just confess your mistakes, Gabbie. This is ridiculous. The scariest part of this is that she actually truly believes she's the victim and everyone is just bullying her. The delusion of it all. This is truly so disturbing to watch. She is living in an entirely different world than all of us. Gabbie also released the full 3-hour phone call, probably thinking it would help her case, but once again, it did the exact opposite. Jessi could never get a word in. Gabbie demanded an apology, a retraction, and only for Jessi to sign an NDA. Here's the ironic part though. Gabbie also trimmed out a portion of the call where they discussed something bad that happened to Gabbie because she didn't want the public to hear about it, but had no problem leaving in Jessi's trauma. After Gabbie's video went live, Jessi reacted to it on Twitter, saying, "I want to throw up. Filming tonight. This needs to end." Later on, Jessi posted a video titled, "Gabbie Hanna will never stop." Now, I'm gonna summarize some parts for you guys, but I really, really do recommend that whenever you do get the time to actually sit down and listen to Jessi's story from her own words. Not from Gabbie Hanna's words, not from the stories that Gabbie's been pushing on her live streams, YouTube, and Twitter, just from Jessi. With all of that being said, let's get into it. Jessi said, once again, Gabbie is talking about what happened to her, even though she's asked repeatedly for her to stop. Gabbie announced that the 2 videos that she released on Jessi weren't even a part of the series, and that there was still 2 more videos to come. Jessi decided to take back her power and just release her side of what happened, and never speak about it again. Jessi said she never edited the phone call to try and get some kind of emotional response from people. She edited it down because whenever Jessi would bring up Gabbie supporting her, Gabbie would deflect, and it would take Jessi forever to get Gabbie back onto the topic that needed to be addressed. She cut out hours of pointless back and forth because the real issue kept getting avoided. Jessi also said she never left in the crying part to somehow manipulate people. It was because this video was recorded on photo booth. She didn't set up some professional camera to get a photo op. Jessi said she was emotional because it was emotional. Jessi also said that she doesn't understand how Gabbie can see another human crying over their trauma and think, oh yeah, they're just trying to manipulate me. Apparently, Jessi never knew before that phone call with Gabbie that Gabbie actually heard her out and got his side of the story. Gabbie claims she told Jessi that years ago, but Jessi denies ever knowing that until that phone call, which is why she got so emotional. Gabbie claimed that she's apologized to Jessi multiple times during that phone call, and Jessi says what you actually hear in the phone call is Gabbie saying, "I'm sorry, but," then making excuses for her actions. Most of the phone call was actually Gabbie telling Jessi that she needs to apologize publicly to her.
I want a public statement and apology saying I should have never done this.
Then Jessi moved on to the BuzzFeed article titled, "Why is everyone so mad at Gabbie Hanna?" That article is what actually triggered Jessi to release the phone calls, since Gabbie once again brought up Jessi's name. Jessi called out the hypocrisy that Gabbie can do an entire article talking about drama and the people that she's had issues with, but when one person reacts to defend themselves about it, suddenly it's not okay. If Gabbie truly didn't want to provoke anything further with Jessi, she really could have just declined to comment. Then Jessi addressed Gabbie claiming Jessi forced her to have a phone call. Jessi said, how do you even argue with a person who takes someone asking to have a phone call, saying they don't want to make a video, and just get some of their emotions out, as forcing you to have a phone call? Jessi feels like Gabbie reads one thing and takes it completely different, and that's shown in the messages that Gabbie herself put up on the screen. Jessi feels like that's why she can't get along with Gabbie. It's not that they don't see eye to eye, it's the fact that they exist in 2 completely different realities. There was even a point where Jessi texted Gabbie exactly how she felt about the whole situation. She got all her thoughts and feelings out calmly on text, giving Gabbie a chance to read through and reply, and Gabbie didn't even read it. She replied saying that she didn't read it because it was a novel. Yet when Gabbie Hanna messages drama channels, let me just tell you, she writes a novel and then some. As we talked about earlier, Gabbie had a whole list of demands for Jessi. Jessi showed a text where Gabbie goes into details about those demands, which says, "Just wanted to put the points of the call in writing so there's no confusion when speaking to your lawyer or making a decision. In order for me to move on from this and let it be in the past and stop talking about it, I would need a mutually approved public apology. We can discuss what that would entail. An NDA, delete all your videos mentioning me or insinuating something about me, especially the last two. This is optional, but I think it would be really amazing if you donated all the money from the last video to a charity dealing with survivors. I'll gladly match that donation. This is the compromise I can come up with since we're trying to settle it without continuing the online insanity. If you don't like the idea, then we can just continue on how we are. I'm open and prepared for either." Jessi talked to her lawyer and they advised her to never sign an NDA over this. And Jessi responded to Gabbie with, in my opinion, a perfectly reasonable solution. "Hey, I've spoken to the lawyers and they have advised me that I shouldn't under no circumstances sign an NDA unless you sign one as well surrounding this particular situation. I'm willing to take down my video because I truly don't and never wanted to hurt you because of it. I'm willing to make a joint statement in which we both apologize for hashing this out on a public forum. I am not willing to say that there were untruths in my video because I did not lie in my video." Apparently, that wasn't good enough for Gabbie because Miss Gabbie Hanna, of course, couldn't sign an NDA too. She needed to be free to speak on Jessi just in case she was asked about her in an interview because, apparently it's impossible to say no comment. Unlike Gabbie's video, Jessi is receiving a ton of support over hers. Gabbie has also gone completely silent on social media, so hopefully that means she got the message and isn't going forward with her series anymore, even though, let's be honest, the damage is already done. It also doesn't sit right with me that Gabbie would mention Jessi in an article and tease a series like this when she knows that Jessi's pregnant. This phone call happened over a year ago now. Gabbie could have dropped the series at any point from then until now, and she chose a time that Jessi should be enjoying. Jessi said that she realized she hasn't even been able to enjoy her pregnancy because of the stress this series has caused her. Now, I don't know if this is the last that we'll be hearing from Gabbie about the situation, but for everyone involved, I honestly hope it is. If Gabbie can sit there and actually read all the comments under her videos from fellow influencers and even her own fans and still think that she's in the right, then there's really no hope. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button because it really does help my channel, and I'll see you next time.